What is on your head?
Oh man, it's my hair. You know how it gets dry in the house? So it got so
Yeah.
dry, my wife got tired of, all the dryness, so she puts humidifiers everywhere in the house. So now my hair looks like this.
Your hair. Wait. Humidifiers dye your hair and make it an afro?
It's amazing. Since I was a kid, every time I'd go swimming, I would look like this mushroom, like a floaty. And all the kids would try to jump in the pool on my head, and they thought it was a floaty. And I'd say, "It's my head. Get away from me." So that's what humidity in water does.
Oh my goodness.
It's messed up. Huh?
That is messed up for sure. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe we should just start the show.
Yeah. I'm going to cut my hair.
It's the Something About Something podcast with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
And my good friend and compadre, Mr. Ricky Pope. Hi there.
Hello there.
Yeah,
And welcome back.
Hello, Shad. Party on, dude. Party
on.
Man, isn't this a crazy week for Disney Plus? Is this?
my
There
goodness.
is so much
Disney.
news.
Yes.
I don't know even want to start on this,
Yeah.
but
We had our show last Wednesday, and then Thursday, Disney does their investor report
Yeah.
and just floods everything. It's amazing.
yeah. So it's insane. I mean, so how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man.
Good,
How are you?
I am fabulous. Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yes. So yeah. So anyway, this thing happened, and I don't know who we all got on the show right now, who's watching us.
Yep.
But
Let us know where you're watching from.
yeah, just let us know, and just give us some heads up here so we can say hello to all our friends and on the interwebs. And
Absolutely.
yeah. So anyway, and is our resident Florida man, is he on by any chance?
I don't know. I haven't seen him
You
yet.
have not seen him because he is the Florida man.
Give me just a second here.
I'll give you a second. Do 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 do. He's in his garage. Do 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 do.
My headphones were all wrapped up in my
Was it?
microphone cable.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that at all. Hey, Mr. Todd.
Todd
Vesey.
Vesey.
VC. You know, like the VC, and like
VC, like victory
VC.
over.
Yes. Yes. Over waters, over the sea, over the air.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. So anyway, I got this. Hey, Party Mark. Hey, Jack Ford. He's at the Party
Hey,
Mark.
Jack.
Hey, nothing like a party. And let's see here, like VCR.
VCR. Maybe.
Yes.
Todd VC, you will have to let us know if we're saying your name wrong.
Yeah, it
And
is.
It is
No,
VC.
it's VC. Yes.
Cold
And
out
Larry
there? Yes,
yeah.
it is very cold out here.
Yes, Larry Wanda Stewart. Yes, it is. So I had this.
Baby,
this
it's
thing.
cold outside.
Oh, don't make it get on the duet because we'll lose some people.
We
so
will
anyway,
really quick.
huh?
We already did.
Yes, we did. Yeah. So anyway, a weird thing happened. I don't know if it happened but I go out to my front porch,
Yeah.
and I I think you ended up too, didn't you? I mean, you ended up. I dropped off. It was something in the front, and
You got something on your front porch?
yeah,
Kind of like this?
I know. I mean,
Kind of like
exactly. Now
suspicious.
it is suspicious.
Little sus.
The thing is, one thing I can say looking at this,
Yeah.
no man wrapped this.
No man wrapped.
No,
this.
especially the person I'm thinking of. No. This was probably, if it was him, it would probably be in some type of animal skin or some type of, butcher block type of thing, because that's what I would do. So
All
But
it says is my name,
yes,
and then it says Todd.
mine says Florida man.
Is it Todd Vesey?
Yes.
Todd
Yes, it is.
Vesey sent us something
Yeah.
for
So
Christmas.
So if you want to find out what it is, me and Ricky, we're going to open it up at the end of the show.
End of the show, we're going to
Is
open
it?
up.
Is it?
Hey,
Is it
before
safe for
we go-
broadcast? I don't know.
I hope so. Before
Yeah.
we go too far, hey, we actually have action on the Mannycam.
What is? Paul,
I don't know what he is doing.
I
but-
don't know either. He
Oh, he had to
yes.
wind himself up before he laid
Yeah,
down.
he does that. He does it next to my bed like 10 times at night. And he slams the side of the bed and it shakes like an earthquake. One time I woke up and I told him, hey, is that an earthquake? And she looked at me, it's a dog, go back to sleep. So that's exactly what happened. So anyway,
Yeah, when we used to do the show together live, in person together,
yeah.
he would walk by and his tail would whack my leg repeatedly. Todd Vesey says, "Dude, I totally did. What was that? Hey, bring."
My wife got mad because I tried to
That's
take
her
control.
job, Mike. I
Yeah.
totally did. Ooh, I heard her on the mic for just a second.
Yes.
I
Because she was yelling at me really loud.
Todd Vesey says, "Dude, I totally did. It's just a box, though." He just sent us empty boxes.
Don't let Minnie unwrap it. No.
No, we're not going to let Manny unwrap
No.
them.
So, hey, thank you everyone for joining the show.
Absolutely.
And, we've had the Mannycam. We have a guest tonight who will do a video game review of Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about the what's coming up in 2021 because there's so much going on.
Absolutely. And do we have a gift for the audience?
Actually, we do. We do have a gift for the audience.
Okay.
It's
We have a
go
gift
ahead.
for the audience. Well, let's hold out hope.
Yes.
A little more suspense.
Yes.
We'll tell you about our gift to you before we open our gifts from Todd. How about
Man,
that?
that's so holiday. It's like you had I don't know, some rum in your punch and your eggnog or something. That's awesome.
You'll have to help me a little bit because you've got the website name, and
Yeah.
we'll have to make sure it gets put into the comments
the
or
link.
something.
It's the
Yep.
link. Yes. So
Yep. So,
Yeah.
but so where are we going to start?
I don't know. There's so much. I don't know if we want to start with our gaming segment real quick, or we want to go with stupid news. Maybe we should go with our gaming segment. What do you
Let's
think?
start with the gaming segment, and we have a guest for that, right?
Yes, we do. Hey, you were asking me. I was real excited about this game called Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh
And you were asking me there was a feature in it.
Yeah. So
and I didn't spend that much time except on this part of the game, and after that I got frustrated and I just ended the game. That's what we have our guest on to because he actually finished the game. Go ahead.
So Mike and I were discussing the game, and I said, you customized your character a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So you customized it.
Yeah.
You chose what it looks like, and
Yeah, it has a lot of customization in it. I'm amazed at all you can customize.
and apparently you can customize your junk.
Yes. Yeah, and I was on there, and what was cool about it is that I
Why are the kids happy?
I hit that by accident. I hit that with my thumb by accident.
There's something highly inappropriate about that.
That was totally by accident.
That's not good.
I
That's
was reaching
not
for my
good.
coffee cup and I hit the kids. Okay. No
The
kids.
kids
were
are
harmed.
not happy about the fact that you can customize your junk in Cyberpunk
Well, the thing is that
2077.
in that you can. Well, I spent a lot of time playing with my junk in this level, and
I did not need to know that.
yeah, and so you can either have junk, or you can actually remove your junk. You have an option, or you can do it either way, or I don't know if you can have a junk in the trunk, but that's for a different day. And so anyway, the problem I had with the game was that you have to set. There's a slider for your junk, and I got frustrated because the slider for me, because I like to be real, I like to be authentic when I play a game. So the slider won't go up as far as I need it to, you
or
know.
down as far as you need it to.
Anyway, I was so frustrated that I couldn't go beyond the game. So anyway, this is a good time to bring
Oh my gosh.
bring in our
I still can't believe this is actually a real thing and we're actually discussing
yeah
this.
exactly. So we're going to bring in our SAS gaming reviewer.
All right.
Mr. Hell, I didn't do. Let me do my intro, man. What's the deal? Can I do my
I'll take
intro?
him off.
I mean, we're going to do our intro because
Okay, I'll
it took me like 2 seconds to do that. Jason Hamilton.
I'm an unknown guest right now. After all that talk of junk, I don't know.
Yeah.
you don't want to admit that you went through the process of customizing your junk, do you?
Well, it didn't take me as long as some other people did to get through the character creation part, it seems.
I was enamored with it. I couldn't go any further. So anyway,
I
that's
can
what
tell.
she said. But,
The minute I heard this, I was like, "What? This is really a thing."
this
Yes.
is a thing.
I can vouch for the fact that yes, this is really a feature in the game that you get to customize.
So tell us about this wonderful game that we've been waiting for a while.
8 years now, I think. 2012, I think E3 was dropped. Cyberpunk 2077. Where to start on this? So this started out actually as a tabletop role-playing game.
Right.
Cyberpunk 2020, so I wouldn't be surprised if they chose to put it off another year so
Just
that they
to
could
make
release
that
it
happen.
in 2020. Yeah.
That would make sense.
Good timing.
But I've done role-playing games for 23 years now, and that was one of the early games that I ran for a group for about 2 years. So I was super excited about this. Bottom line, this game is awesome.
It lives up to
Overhyped.
expectations.
Lives up to what I was expecting for the game, but I honestly think for people who are not as invested in, say, the history of cyberpunk on the whole or the genre on the whole, I think it might have been a bit overhyped on it. CD Projekt Red has done an amazing job with the Witcher series. I do believe they've done an amazing job with Cyberpunk 2077. But anyone who's played a Bethesda Elder Scrolls games, those games are riddled with glitches. This game, no exception.
Exactly.
It is riddled with glitches.
Well, Jason, am I correct? I know that the current generation games, like X consoles like the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, is having a terrible time trying to keep up with the rendering and the graphics.
Yes, the PlayStation 4 in particular, I actually sent you a picture on this one. The quality is not nearly as good on a PlayStation as it is to a PC. I want to
Interesting.
go and show that real quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's significant.
It's hugely significant, and there's rumors that CD Projekt Red has announced that they are willing to take refunds for the PlayStation 4 version, at least.
Yeah, they are.
Sony denies that claim, but I'm inclined to believe CD Projekt Red because they have nothing but the fans in mind when it came to all of this.
Yeah, I was watching a video of it, and it was clipping so bad, even on the Xbox One as well as the PS4. It was clipping so bad, and actually, even for the new generations like the PS5 as well as the Xbox X series, it seemed like to me they were still having some issues. Now the PC is having, some bugs and stuff like that, but overall, how's your experience been on the PC?
So my experience, and I've spoken to other people in regards to their experience as well, as far as the bugs are concerned.
Yeah.
Some people, it's worse than others. For myself, I've run into this is the first game ever with bugs that I've ran into a situation where I had to save the game, close it, and reopen it in order to get past the
Wow.
bug.
Yeah.
Despite that, I really have enjoyed this game a lot. The best comparison that I can hold to it is a game that came out several years ago now, Deus Ex Revolution
Yes.
or Human Revolution.
Yeah.
At that time, that was one of the first major cyberpunk games that was on a grand scale.
Yeah.
So, by comparison between these two games, the Cyberpunk 2077 feels more like it's built off of our society and the direction that society on the whole seems to be going for. Corporations are in charge of everything. Technology has advanced to adding cybernetic enhancements, but on the whole, the city still looks like a normal city. Not overly teched out, even though there is a lot of tech everywhere.
So speaking of cybernetic technology, it's kind of odd. So my wife, I don't know, have I ever told this story on the show, Mike?
I thought you were going to say something else with cybernetics, back to what we were talking about before. So
Well,
that's why
it is.
But
It
go
is
ahead.
about cybernetics of sorts.
Yeah.
My wife has a total artificial heart,
Wow.
which is literally a cybernetic,
Yeah.
device. She has a mechanical device that is in replace of her heart, and so technology does run our bodies nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, sad note.
No,
I don't know
no,
if I've ever shared that on the show before or not, but
I have
that
never
is a
heard the
thing.
story.
And she has lasers that come out too when Ricky's not behaving.
Freaking
so-
lasers.
Is she a shark?
Yeah, sharks.
She's a
Laser
shark.
sharks. Yeah. So Jason, what's your high points of the game and some of the low points? Kind of give the audience what if it's a buy or not for them or not.
So for me, several of the high points. I love the story. Downright was drawn into the story. It takes a while for you to get through the prologue stage when you start the game before they actually flash Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
It was hours in, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm only officially starting the game now. Goodness. But when they do get into that point in the story, though, I was just hooked in and played it near to completion in the first sitting, just because of
Wow.
how much I was. Well, let me be clear here. That first sitting was about 10 to 12 hours. So
I was about to ask how long that
Yeah.
was.
The next day.
I can't hold it
yeah,
that long.
Yeah. What are we talking about now?
I can't.
no,
sit for
I'm a
10 to
gamer.
12
I
hours.
can do
Cybernetics.
24
Okay.
hours, man.
Okay. So
No, 24 hours on that one. So yeah, I mean the acting is top notch. Character interactions. Keanu Reeves does an amazing role in the entire story. I don't want to say anything to give spoilers out on any of this since the game is so new. But you're gonna love Keanu Reeves' character one way or another, I think. Low points really are. Another high point. Sorry, before I get to the negatives on this. You can design your character at the beginning however you want. And now, I'm not talking about physical appearance. I'm talking about game stats.
Oh, okay.
Because you have combat.
So you
can do
have you
stealth.
have real RPG style
Yes.
style build then. Okay.
Absolutely, yes. They advertise that your character's clothing, what you choose to wear, has an effect on things. That is not
Interesting.
true. That is so not true. I
That's
played
unfortunate.
Yeah, my character at one point was wearing shorts and like knee-high boots
Yeah.
and a tank shop. So no, it really had no effect on.
and that's
any
what he usually
character
wears when he
interaction.
comes to work. So that's awesome.
There's
Identical.
that.
I like to live in the moment, you know.
So is there anything specific? I mean, like who would this go to? Who would buy this? Who would you recommend this to?
Gamers,
Okay.
anyone who's into the science fiction aspect and into immersiveness. If you've been a fan of the Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls series, I should say, first-person shooter games.
Is it more open world or is it more of a process?
Open world.
Okay.
The story follows its process, and you get to make choices and
Okay.
decide. And really, for the main story, your choices and what you've done will have an effect on dialogue more than anything else.
Okay.
The outcomes
Yeah.
are still kind of set. I'm not going to say how many, but there are multiple endings to this game.
Okay.
So I will have to take some time and go back and actually play some of these. I went ahead and spoiled them just because it's like, okay, I've finished my true ending. Now, what are the other endings like?
Yeah.
But just to experience them, I'm going to go back and play them. But one thing, though, that the game does an amazing deal on is like in some games, and this is where Deus Ex actually failed by comparison to Cyberpunk. With Deus Ex, if you could design your character to be stealth or combat. But if you designed your character for stealth, as soon as you got into a boss fight, you were hosed. You could not win that boss fight, period. Cyberpunk, on the other hand, you can design your character for whatever avenue you want to go down. But just because you haven't put in points into combat doesn't mean that you, as a talented person, couldn't actually beat the combat scenario. So there's nothing stopping you from engaging in that path. Several missions, if your character stats are not good enough, you're gonna find yourself in a situation where it's like, oh, I can't get past the mission, but lo and behold, you just can't get past the mission in an easy way. There are actually multiple paths in order to find that. So those two things, the story and the fact that there are multiple ways around a scenario. I mean, there was one point in the game where I was trying to sneak into a place that was full of landmines, but ultimately I was having such a difficult time that I finally saved the game, went back, and then found that there was a back door that I could get through the whole situation just fine. Was not the intended direction that you're supposed to go to for that scenario, but it still gave you those options. And that
awesome.
is a huge, huge boon, and why I think Cyberpunk 2077 is well worth getting your hands on and playing that
Do
one.
you have a scoring that you like to do on it, or what's your best way of giving a score on your preference?
So I've done a lot of study in regards to scoring, and I think GameSpot, sorry, really had the better type of review, which is a score kind of like 1 to 100, like your grades back in elementary school.
Yeah.
And I'd give this one a solid A and 95 for me.
Great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is it perfect? Nowhere near perfect. It is so buggy. I mean, at one particular point, I had to hit a character because they were stuck in a T-pose position with their arm outstretched and they couldn't move. And I needed them to get out of my way, so I just had to reach out and sock them to get them to move.
Well, Jason, I'll go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just about to say, but replay value-wise, there are 3 life paths that you get to pick at the beginning of the game, and that's really the only major replay as far as affecting the main story is concerned.
Okay.
Beyond that, everybody gets access to the same type of jobs, the same type of open worldness. So think of it like Grand Theft Auto in regards to the open world nature of it. You could be driving along and there's a heist going down and you can either participate or shut it down. So there's definitely replay value in there, but for the story, once you've done a couple of the different endings, you're probably good on the story.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Thank you for the review, Mr. Jason.
Of course.
again. All I could talk about was the junk, but you brought more to the picture. You brought more to the table than junk, so that's good. Thank you. And that was our friend and gaming correspondent, Jason Hamilton.
Oh my goodness.
No more junk.
No more junk.
Junk in my trunk.
Oh my goodness. I think we scared people off with our junk.
I think so. I think we just lost people because we said junk too many times. So
Probably.
let's get really into it because we've got like so much going on right now.
Do you want to do a stupid news story real
Well,
quick?
I tell you what, let's just go ahead and why don't we just jump into the show? Or we want to do stupid news, or you just want to go into the show? Let's just we got a lot to
jump
cover.
into. We do have a lot.
We got a lot to cover, so let's.
So we are going to talk about some of the upcoming movies that are coming out this next year. Movies, TV shows. You know, I think in the show, the list for the show, it said something about some of the most important and exciting. I don't know how many of them are important and how many of them are exciting, but they're the ones we care about.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know that. But how do we want to? Do we want to just go straight down the line?
Dude, let's just go whatever we have. I mean,
Okay.
we got something. Yeah, you just
All
drive
right.
on this
Well,
one.
let's just start with this one because it's coming the soonest.
Exactly.
It is January 15th. I'm super excited about WandaVision.
Man, they have had some great trailers. And
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean the trailers has been really good.
And this latest trailer has thrown me off.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused now on some of the things that I thought were gonna happen here.
Yeah.
When people from home need TV shows to watch.
Exactly.
Exactly, Shad.
Exactly.
Great comment. The thing with WandaVision, you watch now. These are I'm going to go ahead and give the spoiler warning alert here real quick. We're spoiling what we think might happen, but it might not. So
Yeah. Nothing
this is
official.
This is
rumors.
These are rumor spoiler warnings.
Yeah, whatever.
But but watching the trailer for this one, the newest trailer that came out last Thursday, I'm a little more confused. It's almost like some of the people that she's interacting with are trapped with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think there was a line that says, "Are you here to help us?"
That's
And I'm like,
interesting.
wait, what does that mean? I'm confused now. So I'm not sure exactly how that is going to affect the whole series. But I'm
Yeah.
super excited about this one. What are you most excited about the WandaVision thing?
I really want to know about the version of Shield. I really want to get
Sword.
into that Sword. I want to see
Yep.
that story. I want to see who they bring in to play those characters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fascinated to see who they'll bring in from the other parts of the universe that they
Yep.
haven't said anything about.
We've already got another possible superhero
exactly.
with the character that later might be called Binary or
Yeah,
Captain, or could be another Captain Marvel, but I doubt they'll use Captain Marvel name. I bet they'll
Yeah.
give her one of her other names.
yeah, exactly.
But it's going to be a great show. I think. I'm
I think so,
really
too.
looking forward to it. Another thing that's I think if you've seen the trailers, you've seen the two children.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, if that becomes a thing, then one of the shows we're going to talk about later could become even more important.
Okay.
And I'll get when we get to that show, I'll
Yeah.
mention it. I'll mention
Okay.
the children again.
Okay.
And when I was checking out this other show this week, I realized how much more important the two babies could be.
yeah. I tell you what, right now, if you're a Marvel, and man, especially a Star Wars fan, I mean, you're going to have a nerdgasm going on because
Oh my goodness!
I mean, last week they did a meeting for the shareholders, and my goodness.
Oh,
I mean,
all the things.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're in all these productions. You know, they're bringing back Caden, Christian Hayden, Christian Hayden for he's going to play.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to play Darth Vader in the Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that's amazing to me.
Oh yeah. Now that show we don't have dates on yet.
No.
So you know,
I
it's
know
not,
recently,
not
a couple of weeks ago, they started shooting, so they just begun production on it.
Very cool.
So,
well,
yeah.
we'll have to see. I mean,
Yeah.
theoretically, they could decide to release something late 2021 if they wanted to. Then,
Yeah.
but yeah, they listed so many things. Specific. These are some things. Let's just lay out some things they mentioned.
Yeah, let's just go ahead
real quick.
Yeah.
I don't have photos for all these, but
No, that's okay, man.
we've got a Bad Batch show coming.
That's something else. And we saw, and they all have trailers. And this one,
yeah.
this trailer was really
Looks
good.
really good.
And this looks like where Clone Wars ends,
Yep.
and the Emperor, actually Palpatine, who was the Chancellor, who is the Emperor,
Yep.
and announces that it's no longer a republic, but it's now an empire.
Yeah. So these are basically clone soldiers that didn't follow Order 66.
Part of
That's my understanding.
I don't know, to a point they follow orders, to the point of actually later deciding, because eventually clones they basically were no longer used anymore, and they recruited humans. But yeah, it looks. I'm really psyched about that.
Yep.
Really psyched about it.
Another one
And,
is a shorts show called Visions, which
Yeah.
they didn't give a whole lot of information
Yeah,
about this
I'm
one.
not for sure about that. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know much about that.
Then there's going to be a droid story cartoon.
Yeah.
That could. My guess is this one's going to be very comic.
Yeah.
It will probably. Do you remember an R2D2 C3PO cartoon?
Yes,
way
back in the
in
80s, back
yes.
in early 80s. Yeah.
I'm guessing they're going after that kind of feel.
Yeah. More than likely, that's probably what they're going to do.
Yeah.
The one I'm excited about is Ahsoka Tano. They're going to do a spinoff
Yes.
for her.
Yep.
And I love the actress. My wife knows her name. What? Rosario Dawson.
Yep.
And man, she is perfect for that role. Perfect for that role.
Yep. The one I'm excited about is Rogue. The Rogue Squadron, based on the old game.
Yes.
So that one could be that one's going to be more of a movie, I believe, rather than a show. But I'm excited about that one.
They're going to also do something that's from a 5 years prequel to Rogue One, the movie
Yes.
Andor, and that looks really good to me.
Yep, that one could be great.
Yeah, and I think it will have to do more of a spy kind of thriller, because that's kind of was his forte in Rogue One.
Right.
And so it will be interesting what characters will come with him from that movie. More than likely, it will not be the I guess the main female character, because they didn't meet until the actual movie Rogue One, and so it'll be interesting to see how they're gonna do that. So it's real interesting. And it's supposed to be 5 years before the actual movie Rogue One in the timeline. So
yeah, and you mentioned Christian Haydenson coming back, and that is for the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie or series. And my understanding right now, best I can tell, is it's going to be a mini series, but it's just going to be a one mini series. Like there'll be one series and one season and done.
really,
I'm hopeful it will turn into something bigger, but that's kind of what I've
I hope so
been
too,
led to
because
believe.
yeah, Hayden seemed like he was really excited. He I think there was a Twitter, and he said, "Oh, okay, yeah, we're on YouTube." We were saying, "Hey guys, are you streaming on to another platform? Facebook isn't working that great for me." From Rob Moore.
Oh, yeah.
So we are on. We're on YouTube. So
Here, give me just a minute, and I'll grab the link, and I'll pop it into
Yeah.
the comments. Give me
And make
just a
sure if
moment.
you visit our YouTube site, please subscribe. That'll help us get our numbers up. That would be very much appreciated. And so, yeah, but I understand. I can understand too with the doing a series. Just maybe just doing one series on Obi-Wan because, especially McGregor,
Going to be expensive.
it's going to be expensive. I mean, yeah, it's not cheap with the casting that they have.
Yeah.
And I
am putting this in the comments.
put that in the
right
comments
now.
here.
So if anybody wants to check out our YouTube channel, you can check it out right there, and it'll actually go to the live show.
Awesome. Yeah.
I wonder if
there you
that's
go.
why our numbers are down, because
It could
Facebook's
be.
having an issue.
Yeah, I noticed Facebook was being really slower than normal pulling up stuff. So,
Could be.
so if anyone's having a hard time on the Facebook page, go to our. It's on the comments. Go to our YouTube page. You can still participate in the comments,
Yep. We'll still see those.
and if you go on there, subscribe, and that would help us over there. So, just yeah. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it'd be great. So yeah,
You want to talk about some more Marvel stuff happening?
yeah. Go ahead and kick that off for me. Let's
Okay,
talk
so
about that.
Next up, we've got the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we do have a date now. They're saying
Awesome.
March 19th, so that's not too far off.
Yeah, that's not too far at all. No.
Once again, we've got a brand new trailer, some new information, and it looks like maybe there's a little argument going on about who should hold the shield. If I'm reading the trailer right, did you catch
Really?
that when you were watching it?
I did not pick up on that, but I would not be surprised.
There was a comment in the trailer that they're looking at each other, and Falcon character says something like, "There's a lot more that goes into carrying this shield than you realize."
Interesting.
And I don't know what that means,
Yeah.
but I thought that was a great line, and that could be interesting issue if we have we've got these two guys, they're working together, they're doing the espionage kind of thing, which is kind of what I gather this will be more of an espionage kind of series, but then at the same time they have some internal conflicts themselves. So that could be an interesting take on it.
That could be interesting. That'd be interesting because I've always, I always thought the Winter Soldier Bucky would make a great Captain America just because he has the same strength as, Steve Rogers. So it would kind of make sense to me. But
and I've always wanted Falcon to be the new Cap, because there was a pretty substantial through line in the comics where Falcon becomes Captain America for a time, and it was a great series.
Well, they're great actors, and they play those characters great, and I can see them being a good team.
I think this is a great match. I have always said, and I've said it on this show multiple times, I was concerned when Chris Evans left, that I wasn't sure either one of them could carry a solo movie.
Yeah.
But the idea of both of them coming together for a series makes a whole lot more sense.
But you know what? If the series goes really well, and I could see them doing a movie.
Absolutely.
If people go, man, I really like the charisma of these guys. I like the way they work together, and they do a movie, I could see that.
Yeah.
And what Disney can do that. I mean, they can go, because a lot back in the day, if you were TV, you couldn't go movie TV and all that kind of stuff. But Disney can do whatever they want to do. But
so we've got more Marvel, not Disney, but Marvel. Morbius is coming out, and you and I were talking a little bit about this. You're not super familiar with Morbius.
No, I'm not.
So Morbius is he is a Spider-Man kind of anti-hero.
Yeah.
And so he's in that Spider-Verse. So he's still part of the Sony family. So he'll be able to mix it up with the likes of Carnage and Venom and those characters that Sony's building a franchise around.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's the Marvel vampire.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
but
I'm
he's
familiar
not,
with. Okay, I'm familiar with that. Then
okay, but he's
loosely
not
familiar.
but he's not a traditional vampire. You know, it's not like ancient
Blade.
vampires. It's not a Blade vampire.
Blade type. Yeah.
It was more like a scientific experiment gone wrong to heal him,
Yeah,
turned him
exactly.
into a form of vampire kind of person. But I think I think it'll be a good movie. Jared Leto in the trailers. Jared Leto looks and sounds amazing in the part. I think it will be. I think it'll be good.
Oh, sorry. That was an accident. My wife. Woo. Hands off.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Man, I don't know when I'm not in trouble, but
But Morbius looks really good. If you haven't seen, Jared Leto is perfect for this character.
oh, he is.
We've got, the makeup's looking really good. Everything's stacking up really well. I'm impressed with what Sony is doing with this darker Marvel Spider-Verse that they have access to. I think they're doing well.
It sounds like to me that they're working with Marvel. They're not. I mean, I don't know, but from my understanding, there seems like there's kind of a partnership going on.
There is at least some sort of partnership. I'm not sure how far it goes. Well, obviously we have the Tom Holland Spider-Man in the Marvel universe, but we haven't quite connected this Venom, this darker Spider-Verse over with Marvel yet. But in the first Morbius trailer, at the end, we get a quick view of Michael Keaton's character from the first Spider-Man with Tom Holland, the Vulture. Mm-hmm. He's not in the Vulture costume, but he's in his jumpsuit from the first movie. His work outfit.
Yeah.
So my guess is there may be some crossover at some point. I'm just not sure how much or how soon.
Okay, speaking of Tom Holland.
Oh my goodness. We need to talk about this.
Yeah, we need to talk about this.
So let's just go ahead and jump down to that movie. Where is it?
Yeah, I mean,
movies we're not excited about.
Yeah, and
Uncharted.
Yeah, it's very rare that a video game is translated well into movies. There's a couple.
Yeah,
it's very rare. At the same time, Tom Holland. I mean, I like Drake's Uncharted. I played the series,
and I like Tom Holland. I think he's a great actor.
But Tom Holland just doesn't fit that part for me. I think it's too young of a part. When I think of Drake, I think of an older, not, maybe in his 30s, maybe. I don't think of a young 20-year-old, Tom Holland, and maybe that's what they're going for. But, I could see the person I would want to see is Nathan Fillion. Now, Nathan Fillion, of course, is up in age now, but I think he could still pull it off. And of course, he did the voice of Uncharted. So
right. Speaking of Tom Holland, he has right now on the schedule at least 3, maybe 4 movies that could come out in 2021 with Tom Holland as the lead or co-lead actor. And one is I can't remember the title of it right offhand. It's a sci-fi movie, but I'm worried about it because it was shot in 2017 and should have been released in 2019, and they decided not to.
Is he jumping on every role that comes out? Is he competing with Samuel Jackson? I mean, come on.
I don't know if it's that or if it's I signed all these contracts way back when and now I have to do this.
I have to do it, yeah.
Maybe he signed them before Spider-Man blew up.
Because Marvel just totally,
Oh, yeah.
blew, yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm not looking forward to Uncharted. I'm not a huge fan of the movie franchises that come out of video games.
No, not.
You know,
Yeah, there's been a couple, but
yeah,
and they've
not-
been they've been okay, but nothing blockbuster. That's
Speaking of, we just got a date today, actually, for Mortal Kombat. Because we needed another Mortal Kombat movie.
yeah, like we need another Mortal Kombat game,
But Mortal Kombat movie, they just got a date today, expecting it April 16th. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, my apologies.
Shad Stewart says kind of ruined on video game movies after Warcraft.
Oh, the Warcraft movie is bad.
Thank you,
yeah.
Shad. Yes,
I'm a
exactly.
huge Warcraft fan. I love
Yeah.
the game. The movie is not. Yeah, it's not a thing.
Yeah.
It's sad. So what else do we have here? Another movie that I am not looking forward to, but I think is kind of weird and interesting. It's King Kong versus Godzilla. Oh wait, I'm sorry. This one happened in 1962.
That's right.
It's the new Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah. The other one was the other one where I saw two guys at a convenience store fighting it out in costumes. So
Yeah,
that's
pretty
the
much.
difference.
Pretty-
Yeah,
pretty
pretty
much.
much. Yeah. But I loved those as a kid, though. I
I did
loved
too.
they were cheesy, and I still will watch them when they come on. just
Super
because,
campy,
yeah.
bad dubbing, or
Well, that's why when you do
replacing it
something-
with American,
Yeah.
you replace it with an American cutaway that's horrible.
Exactly. But the thing is, and that's the thing, when you do something more of a modern type of genre like that,
Yeah,
you gotta either you're being silly and you're gonna be campy for a reason, or you gotta go all the way
yeah.
to be great. And
Now,
that's the
I'll
problem.
tell you
with
this.
Yeah.
If theaters are open, this is blockbuster weekend timing.
Yeah.
Godzilla versus Kong is May 21st.
Oh.
That's like, yes. So
Oh,
just
no.
just prior to Memorial Day weekend,
Oh,
that
man.
is, they want this to be huge,
Oh,
and
that's
I don't think it's
insane.
going to be.
Yeah, that's a terrible strategy on their part. I think they just totally.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of movies are probably going to come out exactly in that time frame, so maybe they've got a shot, but I don't think it's going to hit as big as they would hope.
I don't think so.
A movie. Let's see. Jason Hamilton says, "I think it was the Mario Brothers movie that ruined it for me for all." Yeah,
That
Mario
was the
Brothers
beginning.
was pretty bad.
Yes, when you had I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah.
So another Disney Plus thing that I am super excited about is Loki.
I saw the trailer.
It looks good.
Isn't it? I get goosebumps just thinking about that trailer.
Yep. And it looks like we're going to have a male Loki and a female version of Loki as well,
Really?
happening somewhere in there.
But he can. Yeah, well, that makes sense. He can change forms.
Yeah, so that's a question I have. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's going to be a shape-shifting Loki or if
Yeah.
it's going to be a alternate universe Loki, because we are about to get into some crazy
Because
the multiverse of madness kind of stuff. Now, mind you, the Doctor Strange movie isn't going to come out till 2022,
yeah,
but they're going to start dripping this stuff into the Marvel universe starting this year.
which they're so good at.
Oh, they are.
Which
And
they're so good
I think
at.
so. If it's an alternate universe Loki, I think that could be a thing. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. But it looks really good. It is technically already an alter universe Loki.
Really? Yeah,
Well,
yeah, it is actually.
Think about it, because we had Loki. He had this kind of redemption arc to almost heroic, and then Thanos kills him,
Exactly.
and then, but Loki never dies. He always
Yeah.
comes back.
but he gets that
But
Tesseract.
he
yeah.
didn't come back, and then
Yeah.
evil Loki gets the Tesseract and disappears. So I don't know exactly how that's all going to play out.
In the trailer, all suddenly he appears on the ground in the sand, and he has the Tazerac on his hand. So, and I guess the fun begins. So, but yeah, I look forward to that. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that I want to talk about in that trailer is right at the end. And I'm trying to remember the DB. Okay, so at the end of the trailer, Loki gets a bag, presumably full of money, and leaps from a jet airliner. And he says something about Humdell better be ready. And, the Rainbow Bridge comes down, snaps him up. And it looks like they're setting it up for Loki to have been D.B. Cooper from the 1971 airline hijacking, where he parachutes out of an airplane with a bag full of money and is never found. How bizarre is that?
That is so bizarre. That is so bizarre.
It looks like that's what they're setting it up as. So I'm wondering if the Loki show, if it's going to not be maybe there'll be some overarching story, but if each individual episode is kind of its own standalone story, it will be interesting if they just make Loki different people throughout history as he's jumping around.
I mean, on the flip side, we talk about DC and people. I mean, the people in the business, in the Hollywood industry are loving HBO Max right now. I mean, they just love them to death for what they're doing. To death is the word I would probably say. But yeah, because we have a couple on our list. I don't know if you had any of those on your list from HBO Max, but
well, the Kong movie, the Godzilla movie is Warner Brothers,
exactly.
So it's going to open now. All these movies that are Warner Brothers are going to open same day in the theater and on HBO Max.
Yeah, exactly.
For 30 days. Then after 30 days, HBO Max is going to pull them, and they'll only be on demand for a while, and then they'll probably come back.
Got it. Yeah.
The big HBO Max thing, though, I think is going to be the Snyder Cut.
I think so too. The
Snyder Cut, I read some really interesting things about the Snyder Cut I was surprised about.
Yeah.
They are bringing some other characters in that I did not realize. Rumor has it that Jared Leto's Joker is going to be in the movie, in the show.
I heard about that. I've read that somewhere, and I thought, is that true or not?
That's what they're saying.
You didn't read that from We Got You Covered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is.
This is not We
I
Got
read
You
it
Covered
multiple
here.
places, and it wasn't We Got You Covered.
Okay, good.
But so Jared Leto's Joker. So maybe we're going to see a scene where
Shad was saying HBO Max equal best $7 a month out there. That's good. $7 a month.
That's not bad. And and for me, well, if you're like me, you have your cell phone on AT&T, you may have HBO Max for free.
You think about it, how much I'm paying for Netflix right now. Me and my wife going, okay, cancel Netflix and go with HBO Max. I mean, right now, I think Netflix monthly is like
12 or 13. It's going up. By the way, that's something I just got a letter. A couple days ago. Netflix is going up in January. It's going up by $1.
Serious?
Yep. I think it's $12.99 now. It's going to be $13.99.
They need to be careful.
January.
They need to be careful.
Yep.
They're going to drive. Okay, some of their content is fine, but all the good content is going to other people's, to their camps and their original stuff. Some of it's okay, and some of it I could care less for. They really need to be careful with that.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they're raising I wonder if the price is going up to keep people gravitating to other services.
That's my guess.
My guess too.
They're losing profit because people are leaving. Because the content they wanted to watch is leaving.
Yeah, I mean that's it.
Well, along with Jared Leto's Joker, most of us already know Darkseid is going to appear in the series, and I say series because it's going to release first as 4 1-hour shows, and then at some point they're going to tag them all 4 together, and you'll be able to watch it straight through a 4-hour movie. So another one is William Dafoe is coming as Nudus Volko. I'm not familiar with that particular
I'm not
DC
either.
character, but I love William Dafoe, great actor.
Oh, he's a great actor.
And apparently the scenes were shot and just were cut completely.
You
So
know,
William Dafoe was basically just cut out of the movie.
Well, that was the problem they had with Whedon. That's the problem
Yeah.
they had in people Whedon, because he cut so much
He
out.
cut so much out.
Of the Snyder cut that, there's a lot of backlash from that. But I mean, and also too, it's really cool that a lot of the actors that were in because of Zack Snyder, they came back to reduce some stuff he could add in the movie, and that's a big deal.
We're also going to have the character that plays the Atom in the DC universe. I don't know that we're going to see him in action or in a costume.
Okay.
There's going to be an actor that plays the person that would be the Atom or could be the Atom in the future.
So that's going to be Dwayne Johnson.
No, it's not Dwayne Johnson. That's the wrong Atom.
I'm
That's
just
Black
kidding.
Adam, but
I
we will
know.
get to that
I
one. We'll get to that one, and I have a
Whitney
few words about that one.
welcome to the show.
Hey, Whitney. Another one is Harry Lennox is coming as Martian Manhunter.
Oh, awesome.
And once again, I don't know if we're going to see him in costume,
Yeah.
or if we're just going to see a character that happens to say this is who he is.
Yeah.
But that's pretty exciting stuff for the Schneider cut. Let's see, what else do we have? That's Warner Brothers. I don't know if I have any.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing that's coming up really soon, of course, it's not actually going to be next year, but of course, Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, that's actually
coming
this
out.
year.
Yeah, this is this year,
Christmas
but I
Day.
had to say something because I'm psyched.
I am too. And once again, same day release on HBO Max for Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this, because I'm jumping the gun here, but okay, what's the deal with the Fantastic Four reboot?
That's all we know. That
Exactly.
is what you just said is all
Is
we
it?
know. Feige came out on stage and said there will be a Fantastic Four. They had a logo. I didn't pull an image for it because there's no date, there's no
Yeah.
cast.
You
All
can
they
just
said
reboot
was
it so
it's
many
gonna happen.
times. Eventually,
Somebody's
so
got to get it right eventually,
somebody
right?
have to get. It's a great story. It's a great comic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Marvel's
But-
First Family.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. I think I'm excited about it. I hope it goes well.
If Sony is smart, they will beg Marvel, please. We're going to subcontract out to you. You guys do it.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting how that one works. So you mentioned Black Adam. Well, you mentioned Adam briefly, and you mentioned you mentioned The Rock. So Black Adam does have a date. I don't know how this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, Black Adam is saying December 22nd.
I don't understand that.
A year, basically just a year from next week, they're saying they're going to release a movie that we have not even seen set photos from.
Exactly. Because I don't even know. Yeah. Because
I don't know that they've started shooting at anything.
yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know how that's going to be possible. I'm guessing that gets pushed to 2022.
Well, and I mean, and we've been seeing that. We've been seeing releases being pushed back, especially this year, of course, with the situation. But
Oh, it was almost impossible to do the research for the show.
oh, I know it. Yeah, because every place I went was stuff that was back in May, and then back in April before all this stuff and everything got pushed.
we had a list of movies, and then we had to update the list of movies because half of them were wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It was
crazy.
crazy. Another movie. This is a Marvel movie I'm not excited about. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The Eternals.
Oh,
I'm worried about this one.
I can tell you why. Look at the actors.
They're too famous. They're
Well,
too
they-
famous. They're too famous, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You
6,
got
7,
Jolie
8,
in
9,
there.
10.
What
There's
is-
10 of them.
Listen. She had a chance with Tomb Raider. She screwed it. She's done. Okay, really? Really? Yeah. Marvel is awesome about bringing people in that are not well known.
Yep.
I mean, people say, well, how about,
They're kind of mid-range actors.
Yeah, well, they made it, they make a big deal, about, I can't believe I can't remember his name. The guy, Iron Man, of all people,
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name. But isn't that dumb?
Yeah, you bring Robert Downey Jr. in as Iron Man.
So you act like, okay, well, he's a big star. No, he was against the ropes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody was
would touch
hiring
him.
Robert
Nobody would
Downey
touch
Jr.
him.
And
No.
then Marvel picks him up and says, hey, we got this idea. We want you to play a rich playboy alcoholic. We want you to be yourself.
Yeah, there's no casting. You don't need to compete with anybody else. Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I'm not looking forward to the Eternals. I think it's going to. Could it be good? Yes, it could absolutely be good. My biggest concerns are there are some really well-known names who are going to draw really high salaries and demand a lot of screen time
Yeah, exactly.
for a movie that has about 10 leading characters.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is we're not going to get a good story from all the others. We're going to get a good story from one or two of them, maybe. And I think it's going to be too diluted.
Yeah.
That's my fear for that movie.
I think so too.
I understand they're trying to set some stuff up for the future. They're
Yeah.
trying to set up, Galactic Marvel, Universal Marvel. They're trying to get Nova Corps stuff in. They're trying to get more reach for Guardians of the Galaxy kind of stuff
exactly.
happening. They want to get more of the Captain Marvel kind of stuff happening. They want to get off of planet Earth, and they're kind of hoping Eternals is a good way to do that. And I'm not convinced.
Yeah. Hey, a movie I know that you're really excited about is the fifth. I can't even say it with a straight face.
What?
Number 5 of Indiana Jones.
Oh my goodness. I'm so not.
You saw that meme I
So not
posted with a guy in the Indiana Jones and a walker running away from the bullet.
Yes,
boulder.
I did.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I saw that,
Yeah.
and I almost sent it to you until I realized you posted it.
You're on the same wavelength.
Yep.
Now back to Marvel.
Now, do we
There's-
have dates on that Indiana Jones 5?
No, we don't. I don't even
Okay.
think. I think they haven't even fleshed it out. I think they're still
Okay.
writing it down and writing his wheel while they're talking. But hey, one movie I'm excited about, and I'm going to mention it, is Ghostbusters Afterlife. It comes on. They have a date for June the 11th, 2021.
This looks like it could be good.
It could be good. They have Paul Rudd in it. I like Paul Rudd. He plays it, and this is supposed to be based somewhere in Oklahoma. I don't
Right.
believe it was actually filmed there, but
No, it was shot in Canada because that makes
Yeah.
sense.
that makes sense.
Because Canada looks exactly like Oklahoma.
Exactly. I mean, I go to the backyard and get a pint of maple,
Exactly.
but yeah.
Hey,
So it's interesting, and of course it had some people from the. Okay, I hit the thing again. I hit the thing again. Oh man. Okay. So. But the whole thing with Ghostbusters, I thought it was interesting because it was a tweet from the reboot.
Yeah.
It was all female, and I have no problem with an all female cast. That's fine.
oh yeah.
But it's
I think the fail there was they did a reboot.
yeah.
I think if they had gotten Bill Murray on to say as like, I'm the only one left. All the other guys had to go do other things. I'm hiring a new crew, and I'm going to supervise.
I think that would be good.
if they had done that,
Yeah.
and it had been, I hired an all female crew,
Yeah.
because he was a lecherous jerk in the first movie anyway. It would
Yeah.
make perfect sense.
And they have, it's in the cast. I mean, the cast of ladies are really
yeah.
good. I mean,
It's great.
but I think it just was handled really wrong.
Yeah.
But because it was a alternate universe or a reboot, I know they were
Yeah.
frustrated that one wasn't frustrated with the comment about how they're not part of the afterlife universe, but they're not.
Right.
It is not, you know. And so anyway, I look forward to it, and I hope they do it justice. So
We probably only have time for a couple more movies, so I'm going to throw one out that I'm excited about. Wait,
Jason Hamilton says Ghostbusters Afterlife would be better if they used the original theme music for the trailer. Just saying. Yeah, I saw a fan remake of the trailer, and it was awesome. I mean, the Sony could have learned from that trailer. They just took the same and they put a different sound to it, and it was awesome. I mean, they used the original Ghostbuster song, which for some reason the trailer they didn't do that in Afterlife. But anyway, yeah, we have a few movies left. So
yeah, we've got several, but we're only going to get to a couple more. I think this one is going to be exciting. Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds has a couple of different movies coming out this year. I think this one's going to be hysterical. You know, a NPC from a video game gets basically he basically figures out he's in a video game and starts changing things. And you know, I think it's a great premise.
Yeah.
The trailers look hysterical.
Yeah. He meets it's part of the trailer. There's this girl online who plays in it, and her character, you know, she's out to kill it. You know, she's the Grand Theft Auto player, you know, and you know, Reynolds' character, you know, he's saying, whoa, I'm real, I'm, you know, and finally a relationship happens between the two. I don't know what kind, but anyway.
How that works, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but.
I mean, I know, you know, maybe they have like a setting in Cyberpunk. But anyhow.
There's something there, some kind of connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what other shows or movies should we mention really fast? Okay, so there's this one. I have to mention it just because it's so insane. Nicolas Cage has a new movie coming out. Called okay, hold on, I gotta find the title. I lost the title.
I have a soundboard that says Nicolas Cage Freak Out. Yes, there you go. I just happened to have it.
That's hysterical. It's called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And it is basically Nick Cage playing Nick Cage. Here's the synopsis. I'm going to read this. I usually don't read things. I'm going to read it because it's hysterical. A cash-strapped Nicolas Cage reluctantly agrees to make a paid appearance at a billionaire superfan's birthday party, but is really an informant for the CIA since the billionaire fan is a drug kingpin, and he gets cast in a Tarantino movie.
Wow. Well, I told you the other day he also has a Netflix show.
Yes.
And he's doing the history of cuss words. And of course, the show is the history of effing cuss words, and it is apparently he is hosting it. And he's hosting it, you know, as if he's next to the fireplace with a pipe in his leather chair.
That's hysterical.
Yes.
He's there's so many part. There's so many
I'm sorry, not tonight.
No stupid news tonight.
Yeah.
We have other stupid things to do before we go. I think we probably are done for right now on our movie list. There's more on our list. We just can't get to it. There's just so much happening right now. 2021 is going to be amazing, I hope.
Yes,
if all these come out, even if they all have to come out digitally, it's going to be a great year.
I agree with you. Yeah. I think there's so much. You're going to find something this year that you're going to like, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. So we have two more things to do, but before we do them, so we're going to open our present, and we're going to give our audience a present.
We're going to give a gift.
But before that, we're just going to remind everybody, hey, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Follow us at SAS Nerds. You can find us on, we have our Facebook group. Make sure you join it. If you join our group, make sure you answer all the questions or we won't let you in.
Exactly.
But we love our fans. We've got some of the best fans in the world.
We do. We really do.
Absolutely. I loved having Jason Hamilton on with us today. Jason, really appreciate you if you're still out there listening. Any other last things we should say?
Well, I know next week we're, wow, man, I can't believe this. Next week, we're going to take a day off for the holidays. So we will not be on next week on Wednesday.
Oh, I was going to say, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, yes. But no, you go ahead. You did this. Go ahead. No, this is a great idea.
My goal, I'm going to attempt. We are going to take the first episode that we ever did together. Well, it's kind of the second episode. The first official episode we ever did together, because right now you can't find it anywhere, I don't think. I'm going to take that and I'm going to set it up as a video, and it is going to play at the 7 o'clock slot next Wednesday. So if you want to watch it, check it out. You can watch it together. You can comment on it together. Maybe Mike and I can hop on and we can comment along with you. But it will play like it's live, but it won't really be live. We won't be here to make fun of it or anything, but you can experience what it was like almost 3 years ago when Mike and I decided to do this crazy thing.
Now it's just audio, but Ricky's going to work his magic.
I'm going to do a little magic to make it slightly interesting video-wise.
That's awesome. So,
oh man.
And then the following would be the 30th. Am I right?
I believe so. Yes. So the 23rd, we're going to play an encore edition of Something About Nothing, because that's what the show was called back then. And then on the 30th, we'll be back, and we're going to talk. Did we decide to talk about Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
We're going to talk about Wonder Woman.
Be prepared. If you get a chance.
Spoiler alerts right now.
Yes, because we're going to watch it on the 30th. Actually, it comes
out on the 25th.
Day, on the 25th.
Comes out on the 25th. Yeah.
So it's on the 25th. We're going to talk about it on the 30th, and we're just going to warn you it will be spoilers because spoilers because we want to talk about it, and that's just the way it is. so
yeah,
anyway,
sometimes it's just we're going to do this because we want to do this.
So it will be a great show. And but it'd be great. Yeah. This Wednesday, we're doing encore of Something About, and actually it was Something About Nothing.
It was
something about
nothing
encore of Something About Nothing. So that should be fun.
And I am looking for the link for our, do you have the link handy?
I have it. You want me to post it on the comments?
Yeah. So we have a special gift we want to give all of our listeners, all of our SAS nerds, and we'll post it in the group and we'll post it on the Facebook page as well. But we want to give you a special gift. It is a calendar from us to you, from the SAS Nerds crew. It's a PDF. Feel free to print it or not. Tons and tons of nerdy stuff on there for you to nerd out about. If you go to the forum, it's going to ask you for your name and email address. Just fill that out, and then you're going to see a picture. Click on that picture, and it's going to take you to the PDF that you can then download and print at your leisure.
Or you can save it. You can go in and save it, and it will save to your desktop. And no, we're not going. Believe me, we do not sell anybody's emails. So understand, we're not spam.
But we might send you an email to say, hey, don't forget about the show Wednesday night. We're going to talk about blah.
Exactly. So that's the only thing. Yeah.
So is it time to open
our
gifts?
I guess so. We should.
Todd VC, are you still out there?
Todd VC.
Are you still out there, bro? If he's still out there, then I'd like him to be on when we open them, but if he's not, we're still going to open them.
We're still going to do it because I'm not going to. Can't wait for him. Oh, I think Todd's out there. I think
probably.
Todd's out there.
There's always a delay, so who knows?
Todd did not do this wrapping. I can tell you, Todd.
Todd says he's here.
Okay, Todd didn't do this right. Todd, I said.
Todd, did your wife wrap these for you? or did you pay somebody else to wrap them?
Because this is nice
It's
wrapping.
like really nice.
I mean, this is
I
the kind
don't
of
want to
stuff.
rip this paper. I want to like
I'm a-
save it and wrap another present.
And
in it.
normally I'm not like that, but you know, my mother's coming in and going, "You save the wrapping paper." Well, I'm going to go ahead.
Exactly.
I'm going to do this.
So are we going to do this? Are we going to do it at
Yeah,
the same
we're
time?
going to do it, but I
So
can't.
don't-
I'm not going to rip
whatever-
it.
Whatever you, whenever you get, if you get yours open before me, then
I'll
don't.
hold off. Okay.
Hey, hold on. I have to yell at my wife real quick.
Yeah, I can't translate what he just said. They usually get in fights.
I was telling my wife we're opening the presents.
Oh,
She does
yeah?
not watch the show, but she wanted to watch us open the presents. So
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean,
I don't
that's-
know if she heard me or not, but
No, that's okay. She can always watch
see.
this part.
so am I going to know what it is when I see the package? I
Now,
wonder.
Todd said he wrapped them. I saw the
Todd
comment.
wrapped them?
Todd, I don't
Todd
know.
actually wrapped them himself.
I
Ooh.
don't know. I think he's.
Todd, if you wrapped them, I am super impressed.
I am
okay?
impressed.
Um,
I'm beyond
okay, I
rep-
gotta. Apparently, it's taped.
You got
in.
it.
I can't.
Marie Lynn, hey, your wife's on.
Hey, good to see you,
right.
babe.
That's okay.
That's my cybernetic wife right there.
That's right. That's right. She
Robo wife.
like the million. What is the $1 million woman? Man,
Yeah.
I'm afraid to rip these. Are
Well,
we trying to
It was
do
it
this?
was
like-
actually like $3 million, but
yeah. Okay. Okay.
that's, luckily the insurance paid for all that.
Have you made it through any of the layers yet?
I can actually see the box, but I'm trying not to show what it is until
So it is.
until we
Okay.
both have it open.
Okay.
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 Tell me when you're
I'm
almost ready.
I'm at the point. I've got it. I haven't looked at it yet. So
I've got it. Okay. I think.
okay, I can't hear you, my
okay.
friend. A little bit of
All right. Sorry about that.
that's okay.
I have to be right in the mic.
Yeah, I
By the way,
understand.
we're both using new microphones, so if it sounds different, then you know why. Okay, so
You ready?
I'm ready. All right, let's go. 1,
Oh
2.
man,
3.
look at. Oh, that's awesome! Isn't that awesome?
That's so cool.
That is awesome.
I got a Thanos mug, a molded mug, so it looks like so I can always
Okay.
drink from the gauntlet.
This thing projects
Infinity
up to
Gauntlet.
20 feet.
You projects it's a light projector. It shows the bat
It's
signal.
The bat signal.
Oh my god! You could put the bat signal on the wall behind you.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. He said there's a card in there too.
There is a card.
Now the card I'm a little concerned about.
I don't know. Do we want to read the card online?
Well, we'll look at it.
Is
we'll
it
look
is
at
it is it radio safe?
Well,
You know,
I
you
don't
know,
know
when I
what's
do our
radio safe.
when I do our podcast information, I say that we don't cuss. So
We
you
try
know,
not to.
we try not to.
We try not
So
to. Let's see. Let's see what it's.
Moments shared in the glow of the Christmas tree make the sweetest memories of all. Aww.
Oh, now Tiffany. P.S. Now Tiffany won't have to use the pillow to get your attention. No more swinging from the fence for the fence.
Oh my goodness.
Man, that's funny. From a comment that I made on SAS Nerds about, he had a meme about the Batman, had the
Yeah.
spotlight, and I said, no, my wife just hits me with the pillow. So, man, what a great reference.
So I got the Infinity Gauntlet mug here.
That's
You know,
awesome.
Infinity Gauntlet mug. So Todd says, I give you this gift because I believe you can be trusted with this power.
And he said this meets Rule 6. Which referring to a rule we had on the SAS Nerds group.
Oh man.
Hoping
Thank
you're-
you so much.
Thank you, Todd. This is awesome. Awesome. And thank your wife too. Thank your wife, because I still can't believe that you wrapped this. This is Michael. Hoping you and your family have a holiday filled with fond moments and memories. Thank you very much, Todd. That's awesome.
Completely unexpected.
Yes, unsolicited. I mean, I did have a couple of times on the post about what I wanted, but that was all. Merry Christmas to you, Todd, and Merry Christmas
Todd.
to everybody, because we will not see you until the till the holiday, until after Christmas. So, you know, I want to say, you know, Merry Christmas to everybody. Was a shout out to Wanda and Larry Stewart, who wished us a Merry Christmas. You do the same. Everybody stay safe.
Absolutely.
Love your family, hug them, enjoy them. Man, this has been a great year. Besides all the crazy and the chaos, you guys made it great. I mean, you guys are the ones that really I look forward to every week doing. And so, you know, coming out and coming on air with Ricky. So, but just to follow up, go ahead and just follow up on that.
I was going to say, it has really been a great year. Mike and I, we started this show about 3 years ago, and last year we decided, hey, let's try this live on Facebook and see what happens. And, you know, you guys are the best audience in the world. We really love having you every week. It's one of the highlights of my week every week. I really appreciate you guys.
That's awesome.
Even if you didn't send us a present.
That's right. we won't hold that against you. Thank you, sir. Maddest Kiwi. I think that's Rob.
I'm pretty sure that's Rob.
That's Rob. Man. Well, we're going to do a encore, something about something Wednesday night, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern, which
and I will for sure try to drop in and on the comments.
Yeah, same here.
And like I said, it'll play live. It'll play like it's live, but it'll be really obvious where you know it's Memorex.
Yes, exactly. And then we'll be back on the 30th. Same on a Wednesday. It'll be 7 p.m. Central and 8 p.m. Eastern, and it will be our review and spoiler of Wonder Woman 1984. So
super excited. I remember 1984 well.
Yes,
I will be able to judge.
Yes, I would too.
Well, man, I think that's about it, unless you got something else.
I just want to thank Jason Hamilton for coming out, giving us a review on 2077. I promise that I'll get right back on the game and get my junk taken care of and then start playing it. So
on that note,
I think we should end it.
It's a Something About Something podcast with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
And my very good friend and compadre, Mr. Ricky Pope. Thank you, everybody. Man. So now anytime I needed Tiffany to get me something, I just shine my bat light up in the air.
Exactly.
That's right.
I don't think that'll be I don't think it'll be a good plan.
No.
I think that might actually be a present for her.
That's not good. Thanks, Todd. Thank you very much. I think we lost Ricky. We lost